ek moet mos vir jou sê. Right, ons kyk gou hierso. Let's have a look. Vergeet wat jy moet doen. I want to have a look at the information because some of you do not read the information properly. Your problem lies in the fact that you don't read with understanding. Jy lees maar jy verstaan geen niks wat jy lees nie. Gewone aandelekapitaal gee vir 120,000 aandele, dit was soveel geld. SARS income tax has a debit balance. That means that SARS owes the company. Dis wat dit beteken. So whenever you make your first payment to SARS, the first interim SARS payment, eerste belastingbetaling, dan gee jy daai R16,000 aftrek. Unless they tell you in the transactions before your first provisional payment that you've asked for the refund and SARS refunded you. Dit moet uitdruklik daar staan dat Said het 'n terugbetaling gemaak. Anders dit betaal hulle nie terug nie, jy trek dit af van jou eerste voorlopige betaling. Meeste van julle kon dit daarin doen. Right. Maar hierdie eerste transaksie kon jy het julle redelik goed mee gevaar. 50,000 shares at 125, jy dit vermenigvuldig met mekaar, 72,500 was die antwoord, is dit reg? And that was on the credit side of ordinary share capital, it should be bank and the amount. Is julle by daarmee? Is julle alright? Dan betaal die bedrag verskuldig aan die aandeelhouers. Most of you could see that we owe them 45,000 and you paid the 45,000 on the debit side of shareholders for dividends. Debietkant. Is julle reg daarmee? Okay. Dan sê hulle vir jou die eerste voorlopige inkomstebelastingbedrag is bereken teen R60,000. Die boekhouer het die bedrag wat Said skuld afgetrek en die verskil betaal. So the first provisional tax payment should be 44,000. In 60 minus 16 is 44,000. Is julle by daarmee? That must be entered in the SARS income tax account. That's nothing to do with income tax, the sharing of the profit. Dit niks uit te baie met die verdeling van die winsie. Ons maak solank hierdie jaar se voorlopige betalings. Is why you wrote on the wrong side of the account. Dan volgende enetjie, paid an interim dividend of 15 cents per share to the shareholder. Yes, some of you did not do the correct calculation. Your first thing must be the number of shares in issue. Die eerste wat jy moet gaan uitbereken is die aantal aandele reeds uitgereik. En dit het gesê aan die begin 120,000, there's 120,000 at the start. Daar staan dit, 120,000. Ekskuus tog, 120,000 aandele, daar staan dit. Plus we've issued an additional 50,000 shares, plus nog 50,000 aandele. Dit gee vir my 170,000 aandele times 15 cents. 15 cents is 0,15. 170,000 and that gives you 25,500. This is an interim dividend that you are paying. As jy betaal, skuld jy nie vir die aandeelhouers geld nie. You do not promise the shareholders. You tell them, I'm giving you all your shares, shareholders will get dividends. Right now, you pay the dividends. So daai bedrag moet gaan in jou gewone aandele dividende rekening, in ordinary share dividends account. You are already sharing some of the profit you are going to make until the end of the year, up to the end of the year. Is julle by daarmee? Why does a company do that? Because they want their shareholders to be happy, not sell the shares during the year. Is julle by daarmee? Is almal alright met daai bedrag? Okay. Dan staan daar issued receipts to the shareholders of 60,000 shares issued at an issuing price of 150 each. Daar het begin is alweer aandele uitreik. Jy moes weer bereken het, 60,000 vermenigvuldig met R1.50. another 90,000. So at this stage, ek gaan die byskryf, now the shares in issue is nou soos volg. It was 170,000 plus nou nog 60,000. So that is how many shares you have in issue at the moment. So as jy nou dividende moet betaal, gaan jy moet betaal vir 230,000 aandele. Is julle by daarmee? When we issue shares, we get the money on the credit side of ordinary share capital. Is julle by? And every time we issue shares, our share capital increases. Capital increases on the credit side. As jy het nou nog nie weet ek nie hoe jy graad 12 gekom het nie. Is julle alright daarmee? Dit kon meeste van julle doen. Up to that you could do, but your big problem started here. Op die 1 Januarie gaan die maatskappy 5,000 aandele terugkoop van 'n ontevrede aandeelhouer teen R1.50 per aandeel. Dan gee, if this was, as hierdie gedeelte, ek gaan kyk uit, if this part, this and this, if this was not there, you could have calculated the average share price using the total number of shares issued, the total amount received. Maar dis nie wat hier staan nie. Hier staan, hierdie man het sy aandele gekoop, sy 5,000 aandele gekoop, en dis wat hy betaal het. So you had to calculate the average issue price of his 5,000 shares. Do you understand this? Not the average issue price of all the shares. They give you the information of these specific 5,000 shares. So you have to calculate, van julle het dit reg gekry, Sebastian het dit reg gedoen, Hedy het dit reg gedoen, nog ander mense het dit ook reg gedoen. So if you want to calculate this specific one, ek moet gou vir my 'n lyntjie maak. Here, in total, jy weet mos nou al reeds, dit is 5,000 aandele, it was 5,000 shares. En ons het gekry, ons het ontvang 3,300 plus the 450 plus the 3,150. So ons ontvang, we received 6,900. What is the average price of the 5,000 shares? Jy doet nie nodig, jy kan nie al die aandele gebruik nie, want hulle gee vir jou hierdie aandeelhouer sy spesifieke aandele. Is julle by daarmee? So I must take the 6,900 and divide it by 5,000. As ek dit doen, kry ek iets soos R1.37 as ek reg kan onthou, of R1.38. R1.38. That is the average issue price. Jy het ook reg gekry, dink ek, né? Ja. Julle by, you also. You tell me what you think I did. I'm asking, do you now know? I took the total number of shares and the total amount received. Got it? Julle by, kom ek sit maar hier vir jou 'n lyntjie hierby, vir ingeval jy nie weet nie. This gives you 5,000 and the total was 6,900 rand. Can you now do the average price per share? Al wat jy hoef te gedoen het, jy moes gesê het, the 6,900 divide by the 5,000 en dit gaan vir jou 'n prys gee van R1.38. Are you okay? Are we fine with that? Do you have it now, Mr. Sacco? Okay, is you now all right? Now, the fact that we buy back will have an effect on two accounts. Share capital and retained income. Ons gaan altyd terugkoop vir meer as wat ons gekry het. In real life, a company can buy back for less than what they receive, né? Maar dit is nie in deel van ons curriculum nie. In real life, if it's less, then the company is actually buying a bargain. Dis eintlik mos waarop dit neerkom, né? Then the company, the bit that is less is actually added to retained income, maar dit is nie in ons curriculum nie. We will always buy back at more than what we received, we being the company. As ons moet die verskil wat meer is, moet ons die maatskappy betaal. And that money must come from our retained income because that is where the company keeps its money. Do you understand that? Okay, ons koop terug vir R1.50. Van die R1.50 lê R1.38. That is in the ordinary share capital account. Dit is in die gewone aandelekapitaal. Dit lê klaar daar. When he paid for it, we had it on the credit side. Ons moet dit nou net uithaal. Is julle by? Die 12 cent. Ek het vir julle netjie af wat gaan onderdoen. Die 12 cent, die 12 cent. Wat is nou vol? Die verskil, the difference. Dis 12 cent. How do I know it's 12 cents? Want dit is mos R1.50 minus R1.38. Those 500 times 500 must be taken from your retained income. Dit moet van jou behoue inkomste. Want dit is waar die maatskappy se geld lê. Is julle by daarmee? Do you understand that? Oh, ek sal vir die memo wys. Do you understand this now? Is julle by? 12 maal 500 dink ek was R6,000. Times 5 is R600, is dit nie?
Yes, ma'am.
Is R600. Okay. And that R600 must be a minus in your retained income account. Dit moet uit die geboue inkomste kom. Want die maatskappy gee sy geld uit. Do you understand that? Is jy by? Is jy seker? Is julle almal by? Okay. So dit was vir meeste van julle probleem daai. Okay? Dan sê hulle vir jou, the next second provisional income tax payment, that was fine. SARS income tax on the debit side, you are paying something that you still don't know how much you should pay at the end of the year. Jy betaal so lank, sodat jy nie so baie hoef te betaal aan die einde van die jaar nie. Mr. Christians, do you understand this? Okay. En hierdie, ek kan dit nie, ek het so mooi gesê lees. The net profit after income tax. Listen there. After income tax. 387. Is dit dan nie netto wins? Nee, wat is dit? That's the profit after the tax was taken away. So what must you do? You had to calculate the net profit before tax. Verstaan? Niemand, wat sê Jade dit reg gekry? Dis 'n toetsvraag gekry nie, maar hy het nogal dit reg gedoen. Did you, nobody else, did iemand anders het reg gekry? Niemand nie. Jy read, that I said 500 times, read. Okay, so if that is the profit after tax, excuse me, ek weet gou vir dit nie. As dit die wins is na belasting, you know that your appropriation account must start with tax, income profit before tax, is dit reg? Dis mos waar op moet begin. So wat is die wins voor belasting dan? All I need to do is that if income tax is 25%, what percentage is that 387 then? 75. Is julle by? Is julle almal by hiermee? So what was profit before tax? I must take the 387, divide by 75 times 100, dan gaan ek my netto wins skryf voor belasting. Verstaan julle dit? Sometimes they give you just the tax amount, then you must calculate profit before tax. Dus jy moet lees wat hier staan. Mr. Sushi, do you understand that? Kry julle ook 500 en wel, ek weet JD het gekry, 500 sê, that's the profit before tax. Is julle by daarmee? Do you understand that? That's the profit before tax. Because that 387,000 is the profit after the tax. You understand that, Kanya? Is julle almal by? Ek moet die vraag stel maar vir julle kom lees en julle kan nie self lees nie. Okay. So if we now know what profit before tax is, can we calculate tax now? Wat gaan belasting nou wees? The 516 times 25%. Of as jy dit nie wil doen nie, the 516 minus 387. En jy gaan presies dieselfde antwoord kry. Is julle by daarmee? Ek is bly, dis hoekom ek dit toespreek dat jy moet hier, this is a learning experience, supposed to be a learning experience. Want hierdie goed wat ek hier gevra het, ek het uit verskillende vrae stelle, uit different question papers, I took this information. So one question paper will just have the story about the tax. Another question paper had the story about the shareholder whose shares you are buying back. Daar inligting gegee. So jy moet, ek het al die moeilike goed wat ek kon, wat ek gesien het, die afgelope, dit is nou al, this work is in the part of the curriculum since 2009. This is, I put all the difficult stuff they can ask in one question now. So dis daarvoor, dis hoekom ek het gedoen het, wat jy kan sien hoe hulle vir jou kan vra. Okay, as jy er nou by. Nou kom ons kyk nou na die memo. Ek moet gaan my memo kry, dit sê iewers ek het hier gedoen. Okay, kyk gou. Ek het nou in Afrikaans en Engels geskryf, jy moet nou maar kyk. Remember, it's very important, ek glo vas, if you show a calculation, the chances are that you will get some of the marks. So dis hoekom ek doen dit nog steeds. When I do something, even if it's grade 8 work, I still show the calculation. So kyk, that was the balance at the start was supplied. Dit was die 50,000 wat uitgereik is in Maart. Dit was die 60,000 wat uitgereik is hier. So ek moet nog een ding verduidelik. You understand how I got to the R1.38 per share? En dis wat oor is. By the way, if you balance an account, that account must have a balance brought down as well. Kyk gou mooi hoe merk hulle. If that is wrong, it's wrong. But if you have your wrong balance brought down correctly, kry jy 'n punt. Some of you don't balance accounts. You are just ignoring easy marks. Is julle by hiermee? Are we fine? Is julle seker? Ek moet nog verduidelik van die dividende aan die einde van die jaar. Ek sal nou daarby kom. Are we fine? Okay. Is iemand wat 'n probleem het met gewone aandele kapitaalrekening? Anybody a problem? Not. Then for retained income, balance was given. Dis moes jy gaan bereken het, kan julle sien? Whatever is left in the appropriation account, I have to accept your amount. So if you have an amount in the appropriation account, even if it's wrong, ons kyk jou verkeerde bedrag in, wat ek moet vir jou die punt gee. And then balance this account. As jy nie die rekening sal deur die mag ek vir jou punte gee nie. It's as simple as that. Asseblief sal deur, dit moet oorgedra wees, dit moet oor wees. Is julle alright hiermee? Are you fine with this? Is julle seker? Okay. SARS income tax. Ek moet op een bladsy dit kry. Ek gou vir my belastingrekening. Dit was die saldo. That was the first provisional tax payment. The second one. Dis die belasting. 25% is 129,000 as jy die sommetjie gedoen het. And then you will see that we've paid 3,000 rand too much. So SARS moet vir ons terugbetaal uit 3,000 rand volgende jaar. Is julle by daarmee? How did I get that 129? Ek gaan sommer hier vir jou skryf, in geval jy nie weet hoe nie. It was the 516,000 times the 25%. Is 129,000. Julle alright? Of the 516 minus the 3 something. 389 dink ek, né? 3. Kan nie onthou wat dit is. Ek het nie 'n vraestel voor my nie. Is julle alright hiermee? Are we fine? Okay. Shareholders, ek wil nou dit verduidelik. Right. Ek wil teruggaan na die inligting. In the information that sê dit vir jou, en dit kan ek glad nie verstaan nie. Direkteure het besluit om 'n totale dividend van 24 sent te verklaar. Total dividend. How do you get total? Hoe kry 'n mens totaal? Wat moet jy doen? Total consists out of interim, tussentijds, plus final, plus finaal. Dis hoe mens totaal kry. Verstaan julle dit? We know the interim was how much? We know, first of all, we know the total is 24 cents. We know that. Stem julle saam? Dit is gegee. Wat was die interim dividend? Dit was mos ook tussentyd was ook gegee. That was somewhere in the year 15 cents. Can you see there? That was the interim dividend. Dit was 15 cent. Are we fine with that? Okay. So interim was 15 cents. Can we now calculate what final is? 24 minus 15 is 9 cent. Is julle by daarmee? So the question mark equals 9 cent. Stem julle saam. Are you fine with that so far? No, but this was we now know what is the amount, the dividends per share. Nou is ons volgende probleem om te gaan kyk hoeveel aandele is daar. We've done some of the calculation already. Ek gaan nou terug daar waar ek die berekeningkie gedoen het. Was op die Engels. Remember we said at this stage we had 230,000 shares. Remember, onthou julle? Toe verkoop ons 5,000 terug. After we bought back, hoeveel aandele het ons nou? Shares now. Is now the 230,000 minus the 5,000. Gives me 225. En daai 225,000 aandele gaan elkeen 9 sent kry. Do you understand this? That 225,000 shares, each of them is going to get 9 cents. Is julle by hiermee? Okay, Kretops, look at me. Is this really so difficult, or don't you're the only one who can answer? You don't need to answer me. You in your head, you should now know, is this difficult? Don't you understand, or didn't you read properly? Only you can answer that. If you do not understand, you know where to find me. If you misread, let this be a lesson that jy volgende keer beter moet lees. Verstaan? Want as jy verkeerd lees in rekeningkunde, is jy regtig in jou kanon. It's really, accounting is not so difficult if you read properly. If you misread, there's nothing I can do to help. Want ek kan nie namens jou lees nie. Break it up in bits and pieces. Moenie nie hierdie ding in een slag lees nie. Lees 'n bietjie. Ek lees nou nog so. You will see that especially in the first paper, one transaction normally is about 4 or 5 sentences. En in elke sinnetjie is daar inligting wat jy nodig het. So maak seker dat jy don't start and read. Okay, now I know. Read and in your mind, make a note or ek skryf op my papier. When I set a question paper, when I write something, I write my notes next to that. So ek kan nou dis hoe ek gaan moet dink, hierdie stukkie inligting will have an effect on the next part. That is how it is in accounting. If you do not read with understanding, you are not going to perform well. Is jy daarby? So is dit regtig waar so moeilik gewees? Okay, so let's go to. Do you understand this, Israel? Jaden, do you understand? Kate? Ek gaan na die laaste rekeningkie. So, shareholders for, so ons het gewone aandele dividende. The bank, this 15 cent was the interim dividends paid. Ons het uitgewerk, né? The final dividends, not the total, the final dividends is, remember there, ek het net vir die berekening gewys. It was 120,000 shares at the start, plus the 50,000 that was issued in the first month. Plus die 60,000 wat ons uitgereik het 'n bietjie later. Minus the 5,000 that we bought back. En hoeveel cent is dit per aandeel? The 24 cents minus the 15, because 24 was the total dividend. They didn't say final dividend. So wees versigtig daarvoor in 'n toets of 'n eksamen. That's how I got to that. And that money is promised to the shareholders. Dit word beloof vir die aandeelhouers. It's not paid. You can't have bank. Is jy by, Leonay? So dit is dan nou daai aantal aandele 125, 180, hoeveel 225,000 aandele teen 9 cent. Geef my dit. All the dividends must go to appropriation account. What did you get? Right. Oh, but did you 15 cents or 15 rand? What did you do? You 0.09. 9 cents is 0,09, né? Ag, 9 cents is 0,09. Onthou? 9 cents means 9 out of 100. Remember, 1 rand has 100 cents. So 9 cents is 0,09. Got that? Are you not fine? Is jy by? Onthou tog 9, ek gaan eens kyk hoe lyk 9 cent. 9 cent moet jy so 0,09. Dis 9 cent. Is jy by? Are we fine with this? Is jy okay? Then the income tax account was a straightforward one. Jy redelik, ek het my dingetjie gekry om te wys daar. This is what the income tax for the year is, and that is, we have no choice. It must go to appropriation. Want onthou, jou wins moet tussen 3 groepe mense verdeel word. SARS is first in the queue, then your shareholders, and then you, the company. En dan so like die finale. Ek weet gou op 1 bladsy sit. Ek hou nie van as my goed hier op 1 bladsy is nie. Right. Profit and loss. Die baie van julle het net JD daai bedrag reg gekry. Only JD did that part right. Maar hy het net omtrent daar opgehou. This was the income tax. Maar kyk gou hierso. If you had income tax for the words, you get 2 marks. But some of you has SARS income tax. Die rekening is inkomstebelasting. SARS income tax is a balance sheet account. You cannot close off a balance sheet account to share the profit. You can only close off a nominal account when you share the profit. And the nominal account is income tax. Is jy daarby? Gewone party van julle het aandeelhouers vir dividende hier gesit. Aandeelhouers vir dividende is 'n balansstaatrekening. Jy kan nie 'n balansstaatrekening afsluit as jy by die verdeling van wins kom nie. Jy kan net 'n nominale rekening. Balansstaatrekening sê vir jou hy moet balansstaat toe gaan. Is jy by daarmee? Okay? And then the retained income. So if you now look back and you've read properly, do you think it's so difficult to do this? Nee. Okay, jy in jou boek, the next question is a question on the accounting equation. Ek wil hê jy moet is in jou werkboek wat ek vir jou gegee het, kan jy as ek sal my loop gou hier kry. Ek gaan nou eers hier af dat ek kan nou nie, ek moet nou eers hier uitgaan, dat ek eers gou vir hierso. Ek gaan in elk geval, ek wil nou maar hier uitgaan. Kyk gou hierso. Dis hierdie oefeningkie in jou hand, in jou werkboekie. Ek weet nie wat 'n bladsy is, ek moet nou maar soek. En sien iewers. Ek wil baie graag hê jy moet hierdie rekening vir my doen. Daar's KJ, daar sien jy, daar's ek het dit vir jou gedoen. Ek wil baie graag hê jy moet net hierdie oefeningkie vir my doen. The one that says question that starts with Eastern Cape, nee, nie daai ene nie, ek is verkeerd. Effect hierdie ene, effect of company transactions on the accounting equation, is julle hierso? En dan gee hulle vir jou die vergelyking. Jy moet dit vir my doen vir huiswerk. Ek gaan môre, I won't get to this tomorrow. Tomorrow, but I want you to try this. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you how the note for share capital and retained income looks. Ons het nou klaar die rekeninge gedoen. Ons moet nou nog die notas gaan doen. That's tomorrow's work. Okay? Jy kan dit, dit is 19 in jou boek. The page 19 in jou boek, yes. Work in pencil for in case you get it wrong, dat jy kan uitvee en kan reg neerskryf, né? Bladsy 19 in jou boek. Ek gaan jy dingetjie nou stop.